Everybody gonna eat with me, go down, have a feast with me. For my day one, A1s, pretty girls don't care what people think. On the news, people dying on day to day. Mess around, be a shirt or a poster. So I don't got time now, be playing with it. Wanna be ravaged, yeah, I'm on now. What you thought now? I can't do it like that, you a lame. Got all this game and I still ain't the same where I came from. Hitting home runs, walking through the bases. Haters can't take it cause they know I'm about to make it. Had this feeling every time, ever since I was a kid. Plans to get cake, can't wait on birthdays. People on the grind, gotta eat both ways. If I don't make it, I be gone to November. Cooking for your soul like grandma Sunday dinners. Room full of winners, wait, it's just me. Rappers are pretenders, they not what they seem. I be back chilling, relaxing with my team. If it's not beneficial or it ain't about the cream, yo, I leave. Keep on living and let the past die. Nowadays, music is stuck like they don't try. Give me the tools, I dissect them like a frog. I'm too ill, I came to kill it will. I'm tired of all these rappers trying to rap all complex. On world star claiming that they got next. All up on their vids talking about their lyricists. So stop it if you wanna try now. Cause I got a 16 that will end your whole career now. Whether label or independent, I'm known to be self-sufficient. I move with a daily rhythm, I see you with my inner vision. Now what you talking about that I ain't hiding now? I put the flame to the street to burn the block down. Because styles upon styles upon styles is what I have. Rest in peace, Fife, and what up to the abstract. Shout out Ali and Jerobi. I speak in native tongue even if they don't know me. Growing out my hair like young Kobe. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Tito not Toby. You know me, I'm hip-hop to the roots. And this could be a moment of truth. Guru.
Promise.
Okay.
Easy no, no need to go down. Broke that run, that this how we from. Easy no, no need to go down. Broke that run, that this how we from. Easy no, no need to go down. Broke that run, that this how we from. Easy no, no need to go down. Broke that run, that this how we from. Easy no, no need to go down. Broke that run, that this how we from. Easy no, no need to go down. Broke that run, that this how we from. Easy no, no need to go down. Broke that run, that this how we from. Easy no, no need to go down. Broke that run, that this how we from.
This where we from, where the love, the people, the music, we all come as one. What have you done? Folks, they just talking like they are just bosses or something. I got problems day to day, my people dying. Got my family watching, any haters writing. Just realize I'm in a better place. Gonna write it out till I'm finished, man, and that's work. Niggas now talking like they gonna do it bigger. Hey, your lady in the back, now they hurt. Dog, look at that. Try to blow up a cell while she all on T. Wait, I've been on the grind, so it's all on me. What's the steez? People try, but they can't complete. I be damned if I ain't the one that can't complete. Cause I came from a place where the bombs to see. Real talk.
Easy no, no need to go down. Broke that run, that this how we from. Easy no, no need to go down. Broke that run, that this how we from. Easy no, no need to go down. Broke that run, that this how we from. Easy no, no need to go down. Broke that run, that this how we from.
Nothing can stop me. Boy, what are you doing? The game is so clueless. Where's that new? Where's that Tito? I had to take a break for a few. I thought I had lost it. Found my passion, found a girl, break my heart. Swear to God, when I start realizing I'm a beast with it. Everybody gonna eat with me, go down, have a feast with me. For my day one, A1s, pretty girls don't care what people think. On the news, people dying on day to day. Mess around, be a shirt or a poster. So I don't got time now, be playing with it. Wanna be ravaged, yeah, I'm on now. What you thought now? I can't do it like that, you a lame. Got all this game and I still ain't the same where I came from.
Creeping through the night, I know
what you like, I live my life, had to roll the dice. She won't spend the night, but I can't make her wise. Only met her once, let me fuck her twice. Creeping through the night, I know what you like, I live my life, had to roll the dice. She won't spend the night, but I can't make her wise. Only met her once, let me fuck her twice. Through the night, creeping through the night, creeping through the night, creeping through the night, creeping. Hey, my cold as ice, blow like dynamite. This no one-on-one, bitch, I ball like mine. I just thought that bitch that you just made your wife. Never trust the internet, that shit do your trife. And I'm focused on that shit that help me sleep at night. I be wishing you were here, but you were always right. Blew up overnight, I guess you want me right, but you don't know me right, but you gon' show me right. Still creeping through the night. You cold as when the breeze, it ain't winter time. Girl, are you still on me? I just need some peace of mind. Creeping through the night, I know what you like, I live my life, had to roll the dice. She won't spend the night, but I can't make her wise. Only met her once, let me fuck her twice. Creeping through the night, I know what you like, I live my life, had to roll the dice. She won't spend the night, but I can't make her wise. Only met her once, let me fuck her twice. Through the night, creeping through the night, creeping through the night, creeping through the night, creeping.
Shout out to down brother, man. We
What the fuck going on? There's a whole lot of ice shit going on.
Gang, man, gang. 20 gang, 20 gang. If it ain't 20 gang, it ain't nothing.
Underdogs winning. What the fuck they talking? Hey, the underdogs
gang,
winning.
Ain't winning, man.
Underdogs winning.
Ooh, it's true. Gas all I smoke, backwards when I roll. 45 my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go. Do whatever I want, she don't never say no. Gas all I smoke, backwards when I roll. 45 on my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go. Do whatever I want, she don't ever say no. I get fly for no reason, never I commit treason. Fuck the bitch that I'm leaving, already I'm bleeding. Ooh, dropped out, I ain't staying in school. Make mines, had to break the rules. Fast cars and fancy jewels, front on me, you gon' make the news. That's bad for show that, just letting you know that. I be low where your hoe at, show me where the dough at. I roll around, I hold it down to the ground, I run the town. Go 100 miles, got 100 styles, be running wild by the money pile. Gas all I smoke, backwards when I roll. 45 my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go. Do whatever I want, she don't ever say no. Gas all I smoke, backwards when I roll. 45 on my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go. Do whatever I want, she don't ever say no. I'm sourced up, I'm dripping, I'm bossed up, I'm pimping. I'm double cupping, I'm sipping. Them niggas hating and tripping. I'm taking all of they bitches, I'm making all of my riches. I handle all of my business, then peel off with the quickness. Lord, can I get a witness? Buy everything expensive, it's food store for them dishes. Be careful with your wishes, you never know how far I go. Hold tight, won't let it go. No one else got a better flow, get better, and better. Gas all I smoke, backwards when I roll. 45 my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go. Do whatever I want, she don't ever say no. Gas all I smoke, backwards when I roll. 45 on my side, devil want my soul. Bad bitch in the ride, go wherever I go. Do whatever I want, she don't ever say no.
Y'all go follow me on Instagram and all that at Mac Myron. Follow all the bad bitches back. Told you go to die was finna have this shit in the headline. You ain't wanna listen to it. I'm cool with the dudes who be killing. Yo. I said I'm cool with the dudes who be killing. Getting head from a nigga hoe, you don't know the feeling. Staying up all night, running through a zip. What you want to eat, baby? I ain't one of them. Hey, what you wanna see? Fuck your baby daddy hoe, he'll wanna be. Glock 9 got a beam, it'll put you underneath. Make a phone call, they'll put you on the team. Nigga thinking he a kingpin. Roll a joint while my hoe put her weave in. Rap nigga, trap nigga, yeah, I'm deep in. All my niggas sell dope on the weekend. All my niggas sell dope on the weekday. Rapping, I got hoes, yeah, I'm DJ. I be buying all the kicks, I'm East Bay. The hook get a fake name, Felipe. Nigga, do it with yourself, you don't want a Cody. How the hell you from the Yak and you don't know me? When I jugged on the South, I ain't get rated. Nigga made a 10 bar and damn near fainted. The plug hit me with a load, hallelujah. Tell y'all about a scale, I'm a connoisseur. Rap game, trap game, yeah, I'm knee deep. Putting nose on the block, I'm Chief Keef. I can't leave the rap game, shit, it need me. You ever hit your son up when you need P? Cause you know you on probation and you drop dirty? And your ass see the judge, he go drop 30. Boy, I hear your money young like Mac May. And my nigga shoot a nigga like Max Payne. Took another Percocet for the back pain. I get the Robinson like my last name. Oh, you don't know. I said I'm cool with the dudes who be killing. Getting head from a nigga hoe, you don't know the feeling. Staying up. Hey, what you wanna see? Fuck your baby daddy hoe, he'll wanna be. Glock 9 got a beam, it'll put you underneath. Make a phone call, they'll put you on the team.
So, Zay, boy, you went too crazy.
Hey, okay now. My favorite color green, shoulda went that bastard. After get drunk, gotta go to Marriott. Started getting money, now them bitches staring. All them different colors, they wonder what I'm wearing. Now a nigga styling, somewhere on the island. Cousin backing out 10K, why you wildin'? He say he want problems, I say I want violence. He ain't no better, he ain't high no guidance. Somebody gotta tell little boy something. He ain't got it on him while that little boy frontin'. With them boys on your block, Andre drumming. I ain't from the 860, but I'm thumbing. Fuck ready with, I ain't fucking with it. Red whip, young thug, count digits. I ain't gotta talk about it cause you know I did it. Why a nigga always wanna know how you livin'? Rubber pom pom, papa pom pom. Chopper hit your body, now you're done. She say I'm the one, hotter than the sun. All you niggas sons always need a fun. Running with the team, but it's a one-on-one. Yeah, they hate us cause we up now. Hey, for that bitch, just some uptown. New wrist, need a bust down. She in love, that's what's up now. She said, why we always beefing Freddie Jason? I'm looking at these niggas and me, we are not adjacent. Got a blunt for the truth, but I gotta face it. Even if I'm in love, bet I won't chase it. No, stuck to the money while they stuck to the base. You winning, so just over entertainment. I'm still 10 toes, I ain't to play with. Same game, if it ain't broke, don't break it.
Yo, while you was on the couch with your ass out, I was in the trap house getting bags out. Nigga ass shot a veil about the last house. My brother Reese walked in, nigga passed out. Telling me I need to chill what I'm doing. You can get the fuck out if you don't feel what I'm doing. I seen a couple niggas make a meal what I'm doing. You're right, I probably need to chill what I'm doing, but I won't. Look at Machiavelli, baby, he be out of sight. Say a lot of dumb shit, I do not write. Yeah, I beat women, but I am not Ike. My friends shoot niggas, baby, we do not fight. My young nigga chill with a stick. Ever since he seen his homie get killed with a blick. Niggas came up bad, we are still hitting licks. Nigga damn near 40. 40 and he
What's
still
up?
shit. I'd rather get money for a chill with a bitch. If the nigga ever cut a deal, he'll
I had to
snitch.
go on early.
Everybody
Hold
treat
up.
you like you real when you rich. Throw a broad out, Uncle Phil when he pissed.
Come
My
on.
nigga hit me up, he got a plug on the Larry. I be on the block with the sauce like I'm Jerry.
Yo!
That nigga made 10 racks on
PK!
pay. 12 get behind me, my real name Barry. You ain't getting no money, nigga, hand me that block. I was in the 4th grade when my granny got shot.
What is going on, guys? Can you hear me okay? How's the sound? Sound okay? Am I duplicating? Duplicates? You hear any doubles? Anything like that? How we sound? Now, just so everybody knows, total new setup. Okay, total new setup. Shit was freezing. You know, I mean, just crazy, man. The shit was out of control. Freezing. It got to the point where it was freezing literally back to back to back. It's terrible, man. Terrible. Yo, shout out. Who else? I got Magnus in the house. Yo, Magnus, hold up. I got my shotgun shots. I got them going. I'm telling you, my sound's back. Hold up. Hold up. Let me see if I can give you something else. I'm going to try to mix it up right here. I got something here. Oh, no, that ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. Look what else I got for you. Okay. Hey, we'll just take what we got. Okay, we'll just take what we got. But nonetheless, what is up? Shout out Shane. Yo, Shane, everybody. We got to give a kudos for my man Shane helping on the Facebook page. Yo, Shane.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Let's give it to you, Shane. Thank you for that, man. Posting articles. I appreciate that, man. I really do appreciate that. Trying to get up as much information as we can. And yes, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it, of course. It's Tuesday. I don't know why I'm going live today out of all days. Wanted to go yesterday, but was still finishing the setup. Just to explain how bad the PC was, I went from booting my PC from 10 seconds to about 15 minutes. It was that bad. I left it. It was going for years. Okay, it was about time. Full Windows OS restore, reinstalling all programs, plugins, setups. I didn't save any of the setups. I was so pissed. I deleted everything. I redid everything. So, you know, I'm just hoping everything flows smoothly. But glad to see you guys here. Let me go through the chat. I like to give a check-in. Yo, PK. Oh, hold up. I'm gonna get to the specs, PK. Don't. Why you put me on the spot like that, PK? Okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, PK. I see how you is. You just want to put me on the spot like that. That's cool. I'm gonna go to the specs. Let me just say, Shane, shout out. We got to give a big shout out to Shane, Joe, Magnus, man, my dog Magnus. We're going to give you one of those, man. I appreciate it. Everyone else, I know people don't even be liking the comment. They're like, oh, I'm going to stay in the shadows. I understand. Go ahead and stay in the shadows. That's cool with me. Got no problem with that. Okay. Now, PK, the specs. You want to talk specs, PK? You want to put me on blast like that? Okay. All right. I feel you, PK. Well, guess what? My motherboard's old. It is. It's an old motherboard. It's I think it's a B250M-DS3H. Don't quote me on that, okay? But it's a gigabyte motherboard, old motherboard, i7 7700K. Okay, talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. Okay, talk to me nice. Drink is ready today, PK. Okay, I'm not done with the specs. I'm not done. 24 gigabytes. Yo, Muhammad, you was Muhammad, man. I'm gonna drop a bomb for you, man. You got me a good laugh, man. Hey, just what he said about my motherboard. You bogus for that, Muhammad, though. You're real bogus for that. That's real fucked up. That's real, but it's okay. All right. You know, regardless, I'm running 3060. 12 gigabyte, yes, 3060 GPU. Talk to me nice. 24 gigabytes of RAM. Talk to me nice. Okay, I'm running good. I'm running good now. We shouldn't have any issues with this show. Okay? Regardless of the trash Mobo. You know what I mean? Oh, did he shout me out? Yo, PK, why you shout out the 1050 Ti? Yo, that 1050 Ti was running. Don't you hate? It was running. I remember playing Fortnite clearly on that thing. Okay, I didn't jump into games, you know, like Call of Duty now, but I was playing Overwatch and all that. Okay, just cut me some slack. All right. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into the smoke. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me turn myself down. That was a little loud. I turned off clip guard too, but I can see when I go as far now is yelling. I can see the red over there. Bam! Sticks out. See, that was red. Okay, that was red. So maybe I need to move back. Bow! Boom! Bam! Bam! Bing! Bing! Pow! Pow! Boom. Okay, I think we're good. But nonetheless, yes, you guys see it on screen. And let me ask, I know there's been internet issues in my area, so stream may be dropping some. Okay. But let's go ahead and talk about it. Yo, I be wanting to stay away from the chat, man. This is what y'all do to me. Can I look? My man Muhammad, okay, all DS3H boards from Gigabyte are terribly underpowered. Well, guess what? I'm not trying to, play Crisis, okay? I'm just trying to do a show here, Muhammad, all right? We got it on. I got another motherboard here, another DS3H. Oh, God, I got nothing but Gigabyte DS3Hs. Screw you, Muhammad. I love you, though. But, yes, HW Fly clones can now be flashed. And, I didn't feel comfortable saying that. We're going to dive more into it. At first, I actually was like, I don't want to talk about this. I had the info. Okay, I held back. I said, no, Nick, you've done this before. You put out the info. Nintendo gets on that ass. But I said, this time, nah, I'm going to do it right. I'm doing it right. So I made sure this time I said, I'm going to wait. And my man Stetics, yo, whoever passing that info to Stetics, I know I knew before Stetics, but damn, Stetics, you don't take no time. Let's drop a air horn for Stetics, man. Stetics was on it. My man put it up instantly. He couldn't wait. Stetics said, oh, shit. Boop, boop, bow. Oh, that's why Stetics is where I see what you're doing, Stetics, okay? Represent. I like my dog Stetics, man. I like him. You know what I'm saying? I even hate on him. I love my dog. So, I just want to go ahead and, yo, I can't look at the chat no more. I just want to go ahead and say that I did reach out to this gentleman. Yes, I reached out to this gentleman, actually spoke with him, okay, told me all about it, got the details, and guess what I said? I said, all right, man, that's all I need to know. I'm not going to say a damn thing. It's what I told him, okay? It's what I told him. And I got on here and I'm started talking about it. Damn, but guess what? The reason is at the time I knew about the information, there was no Stetics post. Okay, there was nothing out there. Okay, there was nothing out there. I feel like, I don't know. I just don't want to be the one to be spreading people's names out there and information. And you know what, Magnus, you're probably right. You know what? He probably told him himself. He said, yo, Stetics, I need the clout. Damn it, I want the clout. Go ahead and hook me up. Put me on there. Yep, straighten me out. And Stetics went ahead and straightened him out. He put it out there, man. So I want to pull up on screen right now. We will go ahead and take a look at the Twitter post, which is already public. So I ain't snitching. I just want to make sure all my sources are reputable, okay? I don't be snitching on my sources because I believe you need to have a tight-knit group to where you can get reliable sources. So when you relay news, it's the perfect time. I don't like dropping bombs and then next thing you know, somebody getting caught up in cases and shit, y'all. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull it up here. Give me a second because, I switched everything up. So, don't want to be popping up, All right, but let's go ahead. Nah, I don't want to pull that up. I don't want to pull that one up. I feel bad. That's actually, you know what? I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. There's no reason for me saying it. Let me move this over here. Let me open a new window. Let me do this the right way. There we go. I feel better that way. Now let's go ahead and flip it. Okay, now we should be good here. Okay, I should be able to flip this. Let's see. Oh, CPU usage is high. What? That i7. Hey, PK. You need to pass me over an i9 or something. Oh, I can't run an i9 on my shitty motherboard. But anyways, so Stetics right here. Now, my man Stetics, almost 3,000 followers. Can we go ahead and say Stetics doing a damn thing on Twitter? Let me give you a props, man. I'm going to give you a couple Mario jumps since we're dealing with Nintendo shit. Okay? Couple Marios. He says here, this is the last post you see 2 hours ago. Now, guys, just so you know the time, I knew this a long time ago. Well, so long ago. Stetics put up 2 hours ago. And Stetics wouldn't know. He would put that shit up immediately. So I want you guys to know I'd be having it. But Stetics, I'm going to go ahead and give him his props. Let him give his time to shine. You know what I mean? Hold on. Let me take a second. Damn, that's good. So anyways, It says, so guys, if you use the HW Fly light core on the OLED, you don't need to replace that damn chip. We can flash it to solve the 5-volt issue. Please wait for instructions later. And then it shows a link to my dog Phenom right here. Phenom, it's right to you. Right to you, Phenom. Now we're gonna do the respect. Okay, I'm not even logged in. You see, it says continue. I'm not logging in. No, I'm not. I don't want to be touching this dirt right now with my name. Okay, you're not catching me up with that, Nintendo. I ain't logging in or liking shit. Okay, I just watch it for my damn public video. But we're gonna go ahead and give Minna the proper respect. Let's click on your video. Let's watch it. So as you can see here, guys, this is the flashing of the HW Fly clone. Typically, what most people would think is the USB part. Why can't you just flash directly through the USB? There is going to be some technicalities with this. Like he mentioned, instructions coming later. I'm not going to be the one to break it. Yo, Chris, I seen Chris in there. Yo, Chris, let me drop an air horn for my man, Chris. Yo, something in the house. I appreciate it, man. I got you. But these are the HW Fly clones, man. Being flashed. Can we talk about it? Yo, we got some retweets. Did anybody say, look, and talk to him? Yo, show him, Phenom. Stick. Hold up. Y'all see my green screen move? I just moved the green screen. Hold on. That's my bad. I'm getting crazy here. Okay, I'm tripping. I'm really tripping. Okay, I'm tripping hard. I moved the green screen. I really got out of character. Okay, here we go. Couple snaps. Bam. We back. We good. So I just want to say that my man Phenom, if you see those wires, this is not going to be something I expect anybody to be doing. Okay, let's start there. But it opens up a new door because we've heard nothing but what's going on while Team Executor chips are not being produced. All we got are HW Flies, man. That's all we got. We're stuck. Not anymore. They can be flashed, and my man Phenom shows the videos, as you can see. And we got more information there, as he does put raw binary data for me. Okay, and I want to go more to the chat. I want to say, this is the main question. Okay, what does this mean for the scene? What does this mean? What do you guys think we're going to see now that we have flashing to the HW Fly clones? Do you think we're going to see an increase of these clones being sold now? Hell, somebody probably already got a bunch on deck. Who got them on deck? I know people who still got the original SX cores and lights on deck. Okay. But, okay, I like that, Magnus. Other clone types. Oh, man, don't start. Don't start, Magnus. Don't get me hyped like that. It's not the time, Magnus. Hold up. Let me make sure my camera's straight. I want to get the color and everything good. All right. Don't play, Magnus. Okay, other clone types. Oh, man. Different clone types. Oh, gosh. Oh, man, I need to drink on that. If we seen other clone types, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. Oh, my gosh. I would love it. And right now, in the Nintendo Switch homebrew scene, I could say right now, it is starting to flourish again. It was down and out for I don't know how long. Like, it was just a dry spell going on for a long time. It seems like it's starting to pick up, baby. Oh yeah. Starting to pick up. We starting to see some traction. Starting to get things rolling with this, OLEDs being able to be handled. All Nintendo Switches, hell, any Nintendo Switch you throw in at somebody who can handle it can now be able to step you into this wonderful world of Nintendo Switch homebrew. And by the way, I'm not just going to preach Nintendo Switch homebrew like, oh, listen to the Switch homebrew, be the homebrew scene. No, trust me, Nintendo Switch homebrew scene, if you are not used to homebrew, it might be a little out of your league, man. You could do a lot. You could do so much with Nintendo Switch and homebrew right now. Okay, so Shout out my man Phenom. Shout out Stetics. Appreciate the post. I do think this is going to be some big news soon to come. Now, we don't have instructions yet. I'm sure I could get the tutorial and I could just, here you guys go. That's not what I'm doing. I don't do that. Okay. Don't mess around with spreading any of the information. I already had my dealings with Nintendo. We trying to flip this shit so we can stay on a good path and keep the podcast going. Okay. So let's go ahead and move on. Now, speaking of, I could have had my, you know what? It's fine. I got to look at that. Whole time I'm talking. I didn't even put that up, man. What am I doing? I'm slipping. I'm supposed to have my titles and everything up. Oh, man, I'm slipping. I'm tripping, y'all. My bad. But anyways, I already talked about it. We can go ahead and move on. I'm going to see how I can work this. Excuse me, because I got everything all mixed up now, so I don't know what the hell I'm doing. All right, you're going to have to give me a chance. Let's see this. All right, it's not this one. There we go. No, it's not that one. It's one of these. I'm going to find it in a moment here. Hold on. We got to say. Okay. Well, I'm just going to do it from here. So let's go ahead and bam. There we go. Oh, look at that. Okay, I'm supposedly got it set up on my Stream Deck where I can go ahead and press a button and flip the pictures and all this fancy shit that I set up. But, tell the truth, I just like the old-fashioned way of just clicking the damn buttons with the mouse and doing it that way. But, yo, oh my God! Wow, I didn't expect this. I thought Little Miss Perfect would never have this happen. First Twitch ban. Now, I'm going to go into details, but let me spit my rant because I think this is going to be felt. Nobody is bigger than the machine. Yo, get back to these sounds, man, because I need my sounds up. I'm tripping. Nobody is bigger than the machine. How many times do I got to say that? How many times do I got to tell people nobody is bigger than the machine? You're not bigger. No matter how big you think you are never bigger than the machine. I'm going to give you a prime example. Government, United States government. Guess what happened? There's a lovely lady. For people who are not in the U.S., and you may know this lady because she's, been cooking for a long time, Martha Stewart. Oh my gosh. I was like, I love Martha Stewart. She's so sweet. Oh my goodness, she cooks. And she's also smoking dope with Snoop Dogg. Oh, she's the coolest woman ever. The federal government locked her ass up. Couple jumps for myself on that. They locked her ass up. You know why? Federal crime. Don't matter who you are. Okay? It don't matter who you are. Federal crime. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how many estates you think you have. I don't care how much power you think you have. I'm sorry. When the federales here come for that ass, it is a wrap. And don't let them have a Nintendo Ninja at the side. Oh my goodness. You're going to be paying millions of dollars too. Okay? Because the Nintendo Ninja's collecting. All right, but the federal government's going to kick that ass. That's true. Pokimane found out that she is not bigger than the machine. Yeah, you're getting on here. You're living life. You get on Twitch because you have such a big audience. Twitch allows you to do a lot more than they allow these smaller streamers to do. Smaller streamers, they face being banned and not being able to even have a communication with Twitch. You got a direct line of communication. Whoa, my God. And they still hit your ass with the smackdown. Oh, my goodness. Hold up. I got to hit it. She got hit with the ban. Now, it is a temporary ban, okay? It's a temporary ban. She's not going to be banned forever. Pokimane is like at, I think, how many million of subscribers, which is, by the way, a huge feat in itself. So I want to give the girl kudos. I don't want to act like I'm just hating. Okay. Now let me go to chat because I've been missing chat. I've been thinking it was just fake. It was just a vacation. Can't see the whole link, but those who's wondering, it's the guide on flashing HW fly chips. Hope Nick at least mentions it though. I don't even know who is this chick. Yo, oh my gosh. Yo, let's go ahead. I'm gonna mention it then. That link right there, a link to how to flash the HW fly clones is right there. That was something that we talked about earlier. Okay. It is in the chat for anybody. I went ahead and mentioned it. We'll talk about it again towards the end, but anybody looking for it, it's right there. Okay. But yo, this chick, for those who don't know, makes millions a year. Twitch's, I want to say, biggest performer as far as money. And I cannot tell you, making millions off Twitch is very nice for streaming content. I think if I could be here making millions with you guys, we would all be doing it. Hell, MoFam would all be in a castle and all you'll be working. Okay, trust me. You ain't got to worry about nothing else. If I blow up, we all blow up. That's been my motto. Teams and everything. You want a job? You want a job? I'm hiring your ass too. But Pokimane, she got banned and thought she was on top of the world. So I gonna get to specifics, but what pretty much happens is she is streaming content, which, by the way, there's this new thing. I don't know what it is, but apparently everybody now on Twitch is streaming these damn TV shows. Like, what did we come to? Excuse me, people. I don't know if you guys seen the series Black Mirror on Netflix. If you have not, please go watch some of that, because I swear to the love of God, it is going to be happening to us soon. Like, it is amazing some of the things that I see happening, and I cannot believe this is what we watch. We watch people watch other TV shows. And what the hell you think they're going to say? Hell no, that's my content. I wish I would make a damn cartoon that you take, put on your channel for you to make revenue off of, and I don't get a damn dime? Hell no. What do you think? Y'all flagging my ass for everything I put up. Her ass needs the same treatment. I don't show no love on that. You don't get no, not a pass, not a dip. You can be as cute as all you want to be. You can be the finest, sexiest woman on Twitch without even doing a hot tub scene. I can give you props for that, but I am sorry. You deserved it. What are you doing? Why are you playing a TV show that belongs to someone else when you have enough money to develop your own damn TV show? Play your own TV shows. You know why? It's content. That's what we watch now. That's what we do. Okay, I don't want to make sure I miss it all. It's all about, yeah, my man Joe, he preaching right now. They started being a thing where people were streaming movies and TV shows to their communities in Discord. It just moved to Twitch recently. It's just piracy either way you slice it. Yo, talk. Gave you everything. Talk to him. And I'm going to tell you something. This ain't nothing new either. I hope you guys know there's been something you could do in a couple of. I remember Xbox had a thing. Remember, you were going into people's rooms and, you guys can have watch parties just like on Facebook and all these things. I'm sorry. I understand if you're maybe at work and you pull up somebody's stream and they got an old TV show going and you're at your throwback mode. Okay. Old guys like me can't go in throwback mode. Oh man, Bad Boys is on. Why not watch it? It's Bad Boys. Granted, everybody else is probably like, who cares? It's Bad Boys. Okay, I understand. But I could simply, with all the damn streaming shit that I have, I could simply watch Bad Boys. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and get to the nitty-gritty, which is the specifics. Let's pull up the article. Pokimane banned on Twitch after streaming Avatar: The Last Airbender. Okay. Last Airbender, by the way, it's a fire series. That is fire. I don't care if you're a grown-ass man. You can watch that, and I respectfully will still call you a grown-ass man. Okay? Because just because you watch cartoons don't make you a kid. It's just a certain one. So, if you're watching certain ones, it's kind of like, But even the biggest among us can fall on Friday night. Pokimane, Ennies. And you know what I want to say, guys. You know what I want to say so bad. Oh, my God. I wanted to say that so bad because it's just one letter change, and I simply could have made that happen. Pokimane, Ennies, one of the most popular streamers on Twitch with over 8.5 million followers. Damn, wow, you must be giving crack through the stream. Okay, was banned from the platform after streaming the popular animated series Avatar: The Last Airbender. The cause of the ban is still unknown, but likely the result of a DMA strike. It's known. It's the reason. Okay. It's the reason. We don't even need to talk about it anymore. Okay. Now it says to show roughly 25,000 peak concurrent viewers during the stream. Yo, she had 25 people. They probably can't even get 25,000 people when they put it on Nickelodeon. They be trying. They like, please, come on, guys. I know it's an old series, but please watch it. This chick cut it on and got 25,000 people live to watch. And you ain't paying them. That's all your revenue. You should be ashamed of yourself. Who started this trend? Ugh. Now, I'm a guy who likes the homebrew scene, and okay, so I can't. But Annie's, why is the name? Annie's is a face of a Twitch brand at a time where other popular streamers like Ludwig Agarin have left for YouTube. In 2020, the streamer signed a multi-year deal to stay on Twitch. After the ban, she joked on Twitter that the Fire Nation attacked, which is a reference to a popular meme on the show Avatar. Okay. Fire Nation attack. Okay, very funny, very funny. Now, I'm going to say that she knows why she got banned. This chick knows. Okay? You don't believe me? Well, guess what? She already answered. She said she did. Main Pokimane Annie's has come out in defense of her Twitch ban, explaining why it's totally fair she was whacked with a site suspension for watching Avatar and other popular TV series in the last few days. Bam! We don't need to say no more. While many declared it the end of Twitch, band star Pokimane has actually come out in support of her suspension, claiming it was the right thing to do.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Gotta give it up for her. But we've talked enough about her. Okay, I'm not gonna go on. So let me just go ahead and wrap it up. Pokimane, I just want to say this, and if that's how you say it, Pokimane, just know you're not bigger than a machine. Okay, these other smaller Twitch streamers wish they could do what you do. Okay, you're able to just play Avatar and get 25,000 concurrent viewers. Okay. And by the way, you're female on a, nonetheless, you're a woman. Okay. And you use certain things as you should to play into that. But if I was to play Avatar, nobody's going to give a damn. So if I get banned or hit with a strike, I might not come back. I can't even speak to somebody. So just take that into consideration when you're doing these things. Maybe just don't do it anymore. Do something else. You got 1,000 other things you could do. I'm not even going to say my wife watches, okay? So I definitely don't want to see you in a hot tub scene. I definitely don't want to say anything about you any further looking cute or anything like that. Let's move on before I get in trouble and get my ass whooped. Okay, so let's go ahead and change it. We're going to move on, like I said. Oh, no. See, I got the pictures mixed up. Hold on. There we go. Oh, there we go. See? Okay, I'm getting this. Let me make sure. I should have the next one. Should be like an E3 thing. So let me see. I'm just going to test this out before I go. I just want to see. Okay, let's see. Bam. Okay, Twitch. Okay, nice. So what's this one? What's going on here? Do I got two of the same picture? Okay. Okay, something's going on here. I'll figure it out. But nonetheless, we're going to start with GameStop because I want to talk about this because GameStop jumping into NFTs is something I'm probably going to get killed for right now. I'm going to get killed for this because I honestly feel like this needs to be said. Guys, I feel like NFTs are working out. I don't know. That's just what I'm going to say. I feel like NFTs are working out. So much so that everybody's jumping in. And I know I've heard it all about NFTs, about the, the Ponzi schemes and, the different pyramid schemes and how you pay for the NFT, but you just own the token and you can't even do, sir. It's so many things you hear bad about NFTs and the scams go on. I mean, people message you all the time. Hey, you're a part of this group. Hey, you can join this group and I'll give you, this much digital currency and you can do this and so and so. Believe me, they're screwing you over. They're screwing you over. But to me, I do believe there is a good side to NFTs. Especially in music for artists. We need to give artists, the labels for the longest have held control. And now we're starting to get artists who are very independent NFTs. Okay. Why can't these artists have their own futures in their hands? That may be just far-fetched, okay, different things, because music, I'm gonna start launching some NFTs, okay? And I'm gonna have them up for sale. Y'all see too. But I do want to say that NFTs in the future could possibly be good. Am I wrong? And I see there. How dare you, PK? You're right. How dare I? How dare I? I shouldn't even said that. You're right. How dare I? Okay. You know, and Magnus, what's that? So I want to say with NFTs though, there is so many different points of failure. That's what's so scary about it. I understand it is scary to jump into, but GameStop says, "Brought that." GameStop has jumped into the mix. GameStop says, not only are we going to launch it, we're going to launch it big. We're going into this crypto, NFT, blockchain, hit right now hard. Shout out to GameStop. A lot of people don't got the nuts to do that. A lot of businesses don't got the balls to step out there like GameStop. Okay. Shane, I see you. Crypto is crashing. What do y'all think? Is crypto crashing? Is digital currency the future? To me, I think it's the future. I think digital currency is the future. That's just me. I think that's why we have, anytime you start seeing people with a lot of money invest a lot of money into things, it's possible. Okay, it's possible. But I think that the digital currency market is going to be the future. Banks have held on to us long enough, man. Okay, damn banks, these interest rates, they've been kicking our ass. Can't we find some way around this system? I mean, shoot. All right, but that's just me. I'm just one of those guys that believe. But I want to get to the specifics of what GameStop plans to introduce with the NFTs. Because GameStop, the main thing we want to know is if they're going to produce NFTs that are worth really of any value. People don't want to spend $50 on, I'm lying. I'm not even going to finish that statement because people spent over $1 million on a Mario 64 that was unopened. I can no longer talk about anything. This world is just completely crazy. People will spend money on anything. You can put doo-doo on a stick and people will buy it. Okay, so let's just go ahead. I'm going to pull it up on screen here and let's just dive right into it, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. So GameStop diving into NFTs, crypto plans for GameStop to launch an NFT marketplace and enter crypto partnerships are beginning to crystallize. The retailer has recently focused on reinvigorating an ailing primary business model. Shout out to you. Video game retailer GameStop announced a plan to build an NFT marketplace over the summer. Now that plan is beginning to crystallize, the company is creating a division to not only sell NFTs, but also establish cryptocurrency partnerships, according to Wall Street Journal. They're not just going in. They're going in full stream. Okay? GameStop has hired more than 20 people to work for the initiative. Yes, they're going in. It's attempting to enlist game publishers and developers to sell on its new platform. Imagine having a game that you bought exclusively from GameStop. It comes with an exclusive NFT. Okay, an exclusive NFT that you can only get if you pre-order the game from GameStop. And guess what? You guys probably say, oh, the NFT is crap. Who cares? But what if the NFT actually holds some purpose? Okay, some good, solid purpose, something of true value to people. And I know people say, oh, well, you don't technically own it. I'm going to just give you some of the feedback that you hear. You don't own it. So, hey, if you buy it, which is true, I just want to explain that. People think if I buy an NFT that's one of those apes that's worth all this money, that, hey, I own this, so now I can show it all over. I can put it on my images of my videos. No, you can't do that. Okay, even if you bought the NFT, you can't do that. Okay, the other person, the artist or whoever still owns it, you own the license to it though. Okay, so you own, and that's a better way of saying it. So you own the non-fungible token. You own that. That's yours. Okay, so you own that, and you could just say, some people say it's bragging rights. Hey, you got bragging rights now. I own it. It might be. Hell, I don't know. But the way NFTs have been going, there's been a 12-year-old girl that has made $6 million. I'm not lying. Go look it up. She's a 12-year-old girl. She's an artist. She has made over $6.5 million from NFTs. 12-year-old. Bingo. That can happen. Okay, with NFTs, an artist, a great artist. But let's continue. Okay, I'm not going to go on. And now, 2 crypto companies are close to signing deals with GameStop to share technology and co-invest. 2 cryptocurrencies. Crypto companies. Which 2 do you think it is? That's a big deal. The company expects a dozen more to sign agreements. It will invest tens of millions of dollars in these companies. Following the Wall Street Journal report, GameStop stock shot up more than 20%, though it dropped back to $140.62 when the market closed on Friday. Damn. And you can see the new business outlook. The company posted a net year-over-year increase of $1 billion in sales in quarter 3 for a total of $1.29 billion. But the overall business saw a net loss during the quarter of $105.4 million. Now, just so you guys know, GameStop stock has rose crazy. I'm sure everybody heard this. It's been all over every single, outlet and news. GameStop stock went crazy. Okay, so year after year, their stores losing money, but the stock goes crazy. It just doesn't make sense, okay? And it's what they call, I guess, a bubble, and it's only going to hold for so long. But it seems like GameStop is making use, okay? They're moving now into the crypto business. I think this is a genius move because GameStop is failing, guys. I don't know if you know, the retail market is changing. A lot of stores that were promising, flourishing, that were killing it back in the day are having problems, okay, because the retail market is changing. So I like the idea of GameStop just jumping into something that's considered the future, trying different things and seeing where it goes. So I want to say big shout out to GameStop for that. I don't want to make sure I'm missing anything. Let me see. Now, how do you pronounce that? Fiat currency isn't dropping. I think it's actually a couple different ones that are actually pretty good, but there have been quite a few that have dropped, and I will give you that. There's been quite a few different cryptocurrencies that have dropped recently that I know of. I do have my money in a couple, okay, just a couple, but I will say that cryptocurrency is the future, and whether it's going to be used for NFTs, whether it just be, put into games. Just think, you CSGO guys, all you guys at CSGO, you have these different knives and things that you resell, right? What's the problem? Why can't we do that? Okay, why can't we have NFTs that we resell? Or why can't game progress be sold? Or why can't, these certain things would be cool. I do know it's going to be abused, somebody, all that. So nonetheless, I just want to get that out the way. That is GameStop reportedly going to launch big into crypto, guys. Okay, now I just want to pull something up here because this is one thing for me that I actually went to last year. Okay, I went to it last year, and just now, I tried to pull up the image for it. It didn't come up, and I was actually pretty pissed at that. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a new image of this now up. And you know what? This is what we'll go ahead and do. I'll do this. I'll pull it up on screen here. There we go. Oh, man, I'm getting better. Look at that. And look, you guys see my desktop. Nice. And I'm just sitting there with my desktop. Wow. Oh, look at that. Oh, look. No freezing. No freezing. You remember the other night. Freezing. Look at this. Look at this. No more freezing. It's amazing what an OS restore can do. But anyways, let me go ahead and add this now. It's just amazing what a restore would do. Okay. So you see the image there. Bam! Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let's get that right. I want to get that image right. Look at that. Yes. Switch it up, Nick. Boom! Ah! Now, I'm going to dive right into this and I'm going to get to the smoke. I'm going to get real smoky in this. Hold on. Let me take a good swig. Excuse me. So, for those who do not know, I was actually media last year, E3 2021. For the first time, MoFam, we made it. Oh, God. Don't bunch of punches. We was punching down the door. We was going crazy. Yes, accepted as media. So I had a full week of coverage early before everyone else. So I was able to speak to a lot of these developers and publishers and get interviews from indie people. And, it was amazing. So my big hope, guys, and everybody knows that was down with me. I had people, my man Joe was actually rolling with me on that. We was doing a lot of things. Okay. But I want to say, yeah, I was really hoping to go to LA. I really was hoping to, hey, I'm going to be accepted as media again. And this time I'm going to LA. I'm taking the cast. Okay, all the MoFam, you all welcome. I'm just going to email them and tell them I need how many people. Oh, man, I'm only going to put people who are in my chats, okay, who were at my live streams. You were there. I'm bringing you in. You're getting your own pass. But I was going to get as many passes as they were going to let me, and I was going to take all you to E3. We was all going to go to Los Angeles if you could just afford some tickets, and we was going to be in there for a whole week early. You got to pay for your own hotel stay now. You ain't staying with me. Okay, we're going to keep that straight. I got my wife. You ain't hearing that. But you could have been in Los Angeles. I would have been in Los Angeles enjoying it. I wanted to really be in person and see everyone, speak with everyone, get some great interviews, man. These interviews are great Zoom-wise, but it's hard, man, when you're speaking through Zoom to really get that person-to-person interaction and feel. I've been able to manage, but a lot of other people not so much. Benefit, though, is all the indie games companies that's going to get their highlights for E3. Let me drop a bomb for you now. You guys are going to be blessed this year at E3 2022. I'm going to give you guys a couple people. There were multiple games that I'm going to shout out now that were or are indie games that weren't getting much light, but because of the pandemic, they were able to get the chance to shine and have their games put out there. And some of them you may know. One is Neko Ghost Jump. Okay, that's one game. Another game is Moonlander. That was another game. They might be there for E3 2022. I have interviews with them. Okay, the actual developers. Life Slide is another one. I mean, I can go on and on with different interviews that I've had. Recently, Revan is a game that I plan on streaming, okay, and showing you guys. These guys would never have the time, money, to actually go to E3. And a lot of people say, oh, well, why not, Nick? They already have the game. What changes? All they have to do is take their asses to E3. Let me explain to you the life of an indie developer. Indie developers develop game like any other developer at any other company. The difference is that they are not getting paid per hour to develop. Okay, they're not signed to a salary or a per hour, a wage. They don't get that. So which means they actually have to have a 9-to-5 job. They have to have something else that they do to be able to provide for themselves. And if they have a family as well. So imagine, hey, not only do you work this job and they need you to work. Hey, by the way, boss, I'm going to have to take off a week because I'm going to have to go to E3 to show off my game, and I don't know what's going to come of it. And your boss says, a week? You don't have that much time. You can't go. Simple as that. Or, you know what? Hey, why don't you go ahead and go? You're not getting paid. How about that? You're not working. How are you going to get paid? So, you don't get paid salary, you're getting paid hourly. It's bogus. But with the pandemic and E3 2022 being online, it allows them to attend. Not just allow them to attend, it allows those who may be in other countries. Okay, just think about those other developers in other countries who see the E3 moment to be able to show their game off. So for everyone who was, especially in the US, because we're a country that we were outside a lot. And the pandemic has kind of made people go inside, and a lot of people still want to go out. So hearing the news for this was a total damn bummer, even for me. I told you, I wanted to go to Los Angeles, and I actually wanted to be there physically, but it is online only. I'm happy for that. Okay, I wasn't going to be mad either way. I am very happy for all those who now get to attend E3 2022 who couldn't previously. Okay, so we are now going to pull up the article for this. I don't want to go ahead and, just speaking on my ass here. Okay, I want to go ahead and show the article. So let's click it here. Bingo. E3 shifts to online only event because of Omicron concerns. Now, the entertainment, or ESA, I'm not going to say all that, is shifting the Electronic Entertainment Expo to an online-only event out of concerns around the pandemic. Due to ongoing health risks surrounding COVID-19 and its potential impact on the safety of exhibitors and attendees, E3 will not be held in person 2022. The ESA said in a statement to GamesBeat, "We remain incredibly excited about the future of E3 and look forward to announcing more details soon." Bam. And for those who don't know, Omicron has been kicking ass left and right. I will say, for those who don't know, Omicron has taken out many people have thought they had. I thought I had Omicron moment. I tested negative, but it's been taking people out, and some people it hasn't hit so hard. They get, 2 days, I'm back up and I'm good. That's the way they feel. So for them to do this, I'm not surprised. It's a bad time. There are other expos. I think PAX actually did an in-person expo, and there are other ones that did it, but E3 doesn't want to be part of the crowd of big outbreak, because that's the big news. That's the problem. If a big outbreak happens, is it on your watch? Okay, so that means the show will likely take place online this summer for a second year in a row as COVID-19 concerns push the June 2021 show into an online-only event and scuttle to 2020 event entirely. Asked to clarify if there would be an online event, the ESA said it is excited about the possibilities of an online event. The ESA, which is a trade group led by the game industry's publishers, right, is evidently being cautious because of the huge burst in coronavirus infections prompted by the Omicron variant. The CES 2022 Tech Trade Show, which is also taking place in Las Vegas this week, has caught a lot of criticism from going forward with its in-person event despite the risk of being a super spreader. See how it happens? You face the risk of being talked about as well. That's what happened with them. So, I will say, it was a shit show, man. I'm going to be honest. I just got to keep it 100% honest. It was a shit show. Like E3 2021, if I was there, at least I could have been there. I could have seen booths. I could have walked up there. I could have waited in line. I could have seen certain things. It could have been a lot more. This was a total shit show. You would log in, and this is me coming from the media side of things. I just want to give y'all the media side because, you probably log in as a user. The media side, you logged in. You had a week early, so it wasn't like the website was being hogged down. Guess what? One big flaw. You can see everybody. So if you worked for Kotaku, Polygon, or any of the magazines, if you worked for anywhere, I could see you. I could try to friend you. I get your information. It was terrible. Okay, that's the first thing. That was a big, wow, you guys slipped on that. Then the next thing was trying to contact anyone. You would try to contact. It would say a message go out. They would say they never got the message. I would reach out and got more of a response from Instagram or Twitter. Okay? Then I got from the E3 2021 portal. That was bad. Now, shows. There were a lot of shows that were live, that were either going on that you didn't show, or there were shows that were planned to come on that you didn't have on the one page, but you had it on another schedule, and it was just a mess all over. So do me a favor, one thing, please, E3 2022, please make it good. That's all I'm going to say. Please make it good for me, okay? So now, let's go ahead and change it. We're going to move on. I'm not going to hold up. Bam. All right. No, we don't want that anymore. We're done with that. Oh, Y'all know how I get when my game comes on.
Can you dig it, sucker?
Take it, Booker. Thank you, Booker T. Thank you. So, finally, Daddy spending time with me. Call of Duty, Activision. I want to talk to you because everybody else just throwing you under the bus, running over you. They treating you like crap because of what you did. Respectfully so. Okay, rightfully so. But I want to tell you this. Activision, this one, you did right. You did right. It's about damn time. How long were we sitting there watching people cheat? I remember my first Vanguard match during the beta. Guess what happened? Hacker. First match when buying Call of Duty Vanguard, I bought the damn game and I remember playing my first match. And guess what? Hacker. I even got the video. I put it up on TikTok. It's just a video of me literally running by a door, a guy shooting over here and they going bam, bam, and it was done. It was over with. I was shot. So I want to thank you, Activision, because it's about damn time. You did something right. You've been screwing up everything left and right and even tried to hide your name from the market in the Call of Duty. We caught you. We caught you, little slick ass. Okay. We caught you. But you did start putting it back in because you realized we caught you. Okay. And CEO Bobby. Oh, my goodness. Hold up. For CEO Bobby, I got something special for you.
Don't lose your way. Your mind we have to be.
Don't lose your damn way. Because CEO Bobby, you are one step away from a damn prison cell. You're that close. You're that close. You're just filthy rich with a lot of friends in powerful places, and that's how you're able to skate by. That petition had so many damn names on it, I thought I was reading the Holy Scripture. It had every name on. Everybody at the damn company wanted you out, man. They wanted you out. People who weren't even part of the company would sign that easily. It was just ridiculous. Everybody wants you out, but your CEO, Bobby, the man of power, the man that runs the show, nobody can touch you. Damn. Well, guess what, CEO Bobby? I don't know if you had anything to do with this decision. You probably didn't. You probably didn't even touch it. But Activision Blizzard, you got this one right. About damn time. Hold up. A couple more jumps. You guys not only suing Engine Owning, I think that's how you say it, Engine Owning. There we go, because you're owning somebody. You're whooping their ass, I guess. They're suing Engine Owning, which, by the way, Engine Owning was advertising this cheat everywhere. There were multiple streamers who were popular streamers on Twitch making hefty revenue, being caught using the Engine Owning software. How? How do you get caught? And Call of Duty was doing nothing about it. Activision Blizzard just sat there and watched and watched and watched. I seen Warzone matches where people were seeing people halfway across the map, hard scoping the air and getting headshots. Terrible. But not only did you sue, you also introduced Ricochet. Knocked their ass right out. Ricochet banned, I think it was something around 48. I'm not sure. It was so many damn accounts. It was ridiculous. It's like 48,000 accounts, or it could be 480,000, could be 48 million. Who the hell knows? But Ricochet caught a lot of those bastards. So I want to thank you again, Activision Blizzard, for introducing something you should have introduced when you first released Vanguard, which I don't know why you wouldn't do that, because somebody like me who's waiting to play Vanguard and jumps into the game and finds a cheater on the first match shouldn't have to deal with that. I think you all would agree on that, right? So they didn't release it then. They left the cheating going. Warzone cheating was going. Well, guess what happened? Those cheaters' ass is gone, dog. That's what happened to the cheaters. cheaters done, okay, where they ass need to be, gone somewhere, okay? So, Activision Blizzard, you finally got it right. I want to pull up the article now so we can go ahead and talk specifics. But you finally did something that I think was justified. This is ruining the game. You whooped them cheaters' asses so bad that Halo just got a whopping amount of cheaters. So if you guys play Halo Infinite, good luck, especially if you play on Xbox and you cannot cancel crossplay, which, by the way, screw you for that, okay? Because that is unacceptable that you can't disable crossplay, but yet you want us to play with a bunch of cheaters on PC, okay? No, that shouldn't fly. That shouldn't go. We should be able to cancel crossplay. But nonetheless, Halo's just got a whole bunch of new cheaters because Activision Blizzard finally did something right. Now, let's go ahead and get to the article. Activision is suing to shut down the engine-owning cheat code site and hold individual developers and coders liable for damages. They are not playing. They want to shut it down for good. Activision, publisher of enormously popular gaming franchise Call of Duty, has taken an extraordinary step. It is extraordinary to try and shut down cheat software by suing popular site Engine Owning. Now, EO develops and sells software tools for players looking for an edge. So it's everybody, oh, I want to cheat, mom. I want to be the best, but I suck ass. Okay. EO cheats for Call of Duty include aimbots, which is like norm. I bet you can find an aimbot anywhere, okay? Which automatically train the shooter's weapon on the opponent. Trigger bots that automatically fire at another player when they become visible on screen, which has been the biggest one I've seen. And a feature the lawsuit calls ESP and 2D, 3D radar, which allows gamers to see opposing players through walls. Attorneys for Activision argue that EO's cheating exploits are nothing more than illegal software hacks that disturb the competitive balance of the game, driving players to quit and publicly bash the game on social media. They're absolutely correct on that. I got to give them a bomb. There's no lie. It does disturb the competitive balance, and some players do quit and they rage about it online. No, they're perfect. So I can read more and more, but I want to get to that. So the name individual section. Besides seeking to shutter the site for good, Activision has also named individual EO coders, developers, marketers, and other employees as defendants in its lawsuit filed this week in California. So guess what? They not only said we suing the engine-owning site, they got coders by their first and last name, developers' first and last name, marketers' first and last name, other employees, governments. It is a wrap. They got you. Activision Blizzard got the money. They got you. Okay. EO is based in Germany, and Activision specifically names German residents EO chief Valentin Rick Leonard Bugla, the operations administrator of EO during 2019 and 2020, and the alleged site moderator Leon Frisch, as well as other staffers accused of developing, distributing, coding, or even providing technical and customer support for the Call of Duty software. Damn. Terrible, terrible, terrible. And like I said, I'm not going to go on and on and on. But one thing I will say is the legal threats have not stopped it. Engine owning website is up as we speak. Hell, can I just type in engine owning? Let's just say engine owning. Okay, let's go to it. Let's just see. Oh, what do you know? Engineowning.to. If you pull it up right now, guess what you can find? Software to purchase still. They don't care they being sued. So Activision Blizzard, guess what? This is like Nintendo doing the same thing to the Switch homebrew scene. You're about to go for one hell of a ride and one hell of a dance because, you know, I will say you got individuals' names and shit like that. That's pretty good. That actually will cut a lot of it. But, you know, we'll see. It's going to be more information to come. But nonetheless, that is My rant for Call of Duty, the best game ever made, the best game there ever will be. Yes, Vanguard is the best Call of Duty game ever made. Every time a Call of Duty game gets made, it's always better than any other game in the world. That's just the way the world works. If you don't understand, you really need to start playing Call of Duty more. Okay? That's just the way you need to do it. So let's move on. Oh, now this is one that I'm gonna be honest, I'm not happy about. I'm happy for what's happening, but I don't like even talking about the game. I've never even once been a fan. I actually am a bona fide hater. Okay, even though the game, I was like, damn, it might be better than Call of Duty. I was a bona fide hater from the beginning. Just straight away, I never represent Battlefield. I always represent Call of Duty. That's just the way it is, man. You can never jump ship to the other team. You a Giants fan or a Jets fan? Huh? You a Lakers fan or a Clippers fan? Tell me. All right? Yankees, Mets. You need to pick a choice. You only get one. You don't get to play both sides. I'm a Chicago White Sox fan. I'm not a Chicago Cubs fan. I'm not. Why would I be on the Cubs? Right? So, Battlefield 2042 subreddit has went ham. They are cursing people out left and right. Death threats. Okay? People's personal information being spilled. From what I'm hearing, actual developers jumping in there, fighting back, saying nasty, vigorous things. It's getting bad. So bad that Battlefield 2042 subreddit will probably be shut down. Yo, I've never heard of a group being so toxic. I just want you to know, Call of Duty was one of the most toxic groups you could ever be in. As far as people, just toxic. It was just toxic. Then some people say Halo's worst, and but very toxic. They surpassed it. How? Okay, I know how. The game's crappy. Let's just go ahead and talk about it, okay? I want to say, Battlefield 2042 fans, y'all need to chill out. Okay, y'all need to chill out. Y'all was all hype about this game, crying and screaming how much better it's going to be than Call of Duty. Now you got the game and you're crying every day on a subreddit. Really? That's what you're doing? Really? You're crying on a subreddit? Come on, man. Call of Duty, Activision Blizzard they were being sued, man. They had walkouts and all that shit. I was even getting on them, but I still said Call of Duty's my franchise. I'm going to play it. I spent money. I helped support some Activision shit. I feel bad about it, but Call of Duty's my game, man. And y'all downed it. Y'all talk about Battlefield 2042. It's going to be so much better than Call of Duty. Oh, God, I'm jizzing on it now. Like, it didn't work. It was so bad and buggy and crappy that all y'all ran to the subreddit and they're still crying right now. So what are you going to do? It's not helping. They want to close the subreddit down. I'm going to get to specifics. I'm going to pull up the article. But I just want to ask you, what are you going to do? Battlefield 2042 fans, I'm going to tell you what you should do. You should sit your ass back several seats. You should calm down. It's no reason to get hype. The game came out, and like many games you have seen this year and last year, it has been a trend of games coming out before they're finished. We know that. We know that now. Now it should no longer be game came out unfinished, I'm pissed. We to the point, we know that now. Like, I come from the cloth, one time, shame on you. No, I think it's shame on me. Second time, shame on you, or a third, however the saying goes. I don't even remember. But you shouldn't be falling for the same shit, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, I know this. I know what's going to happen. Game's going to get released. It's not going to be polished. It's going to need updates. Halo Infinite came out. It needed polishing, okay? How many games? Cyberpunk was going through damn near 6 months of updates before it got polished. Okay, I mean, it was like damn near a year, and people saying, well, I don't say a year, but it was like months down the road. And people were like, oh my God, now the ground is wet. We could actually see it. Like, it was bad. The same thing happened for Battlefield 2042. You got so much content that they're trying to put in there. They want you to be able to build your own stages, put stuff from every battlefield. They have the things that they're thinking of. They plan on Battlefield 2042 being a game that you play for 5 years. And y'all tripping in a couple months. Y'all tripping. If Call of Duty told me, now y'all know y'all some lucky bastards because Call of Duty come out every year. So we spending our money on Call of Duty every year. Y'all Battlefields don't come out like that. And y'all had the nerve that Battlefield went 5 years, or how many, 6 years. And when it comes out, y'all go on a subreddit and start crying to the point that they said they're going to take it down. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. And I'm going to give that to me. But now we're going to get to specifics. Okay, because it's just ridiculous. Like, it's no reason, man. I'm still kind of pissed because there's no reason y'all should be crying after y'all flame my ass up for liking Vanguard. Oh, you're gonna play Vanguard after Activision Blizzard did all that? Yeah, I'm playing it, but y'all playing a bugged up game and going to cry about it back to them and not giving them time to fix it. Yo, give them time. It takes more than a month to throw out a patch. Like, oh my goodness, never mind. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and get to specifics here because I can't believe they're just this toxic. Like, they're literally this toxic. The Battlefield 2042 subreddit may go into lockdown after a barrage of toxic comments directed at the game's developer, the moderation team has revealed. Now, the mods seen this and they said, yo, we might have to shut the whole operation down, man. They coming at the developers. It's getting personal. Once things get personal, I would tell you from a developer standpoint, I just want to give you guys how it feels. I'm a streamer. I'm out there, okay? I have tutorials, videos. I get out there and put myself out there. So I'm going to tell you what it feels like for these people. They have these comments coming and, you know, people say, ignore them, ignore them, ignore them. We do. I ignore comments all the time. I got tough skin, so it don't really bother me whatever people say, okay? I've never been bothered by what anybody says. But there are a group of people who will not let things go. And some of them may be developers. So if you're a developer and you can't let things go, stay away from Twitter. Stay away from Discord. Stay away from anything like a subreddit. Because what you're going to get is your ass flamed when you come in there and start talking back to some of these people. These people are waiting for you to talk back. They're going to flame your ass, eat your ass alive like a hog wild steak. So please do not do that. Don't do that. Okay? Things haven't been going exactly smooth for DICE since the game's launch last November due to the numerous bugs and issues that fans have been pretty vocal about online. However, after Andy McNamara, EA's global communications director, posted a series of now deleted tweets. So, Andy, stop with the BS. Why the hell are you putting up tweets that you deleted? You ain't man enough to keep the tweet up. You put it up. You had hair on your chest when you put it up. I understand everybody make mistakes, but this is what I hate about the deleting of tweets. I'm going to tell you. What I hate about that is I come from the day and age of do not say something you will regret. And if you do say it, you have to pay the consequence. I hate this, people. When you're tweeting something, guess what? It ain't like your mouth. Your mouth, you can quickly, bam, blurt out something and damn, now you got to take it back. Seconds. It happens. It's slip-ups. You literally have to type it out. You have the option to reread. You reread through it. You can do any research you need to do on it. You can think about it. You can ask someone about it. You can call anyone and then post it. And people still can't control that. So anyways, I just had to say that. Now, it says that after those deleted tweets, asking fans to remain patient while the team gets back to work after the holidays, fans responded aggressively. It's an understatement when we say that this subreddit has grown incredibly toxic. It's near impossible to have a simple discussion with insults being flung around at each other. And it's really starting to harm the entire Battlefield community and each of us that are a part of it. Now, this is, I guess, then presented a series of options which include a lockdown period if it increases or a closure of threads early if toxicity remains at the same level. Yo, now that's it. I don't know if they know this. I'm going to tell you something about today's day and age. And people like PK, Dead Specimen, all these young guys, you know, Kyle, my young OGs. I'm going to tell you about the young guys. Okay, let me tell you about the young guys. And I see out there, I just want to say, I ain't give a shout out. I'll be missing the chat, man. Shout out to my dog, Cliff, man. Cliff, I'm going to go ahead and give you a shout out. I see you out there, man. I'm looking at the chat. I'm missing a couple things. I see Steiner. Steiner, you were up there. Let me give a shout out to you. Okay. And who else? Who else? I don't know if I left out, but Cowboys. Oh my goodness. Magnus, did you really say Cowboy? Oh my goodness. Okay. Wow, that's crazy. But anyways, I want to say this. Andy, you never, ever, Andy, you never, ever, ever go into a subreddit and start talking to people like you're somebody's dad, like you're the leader, like you run something. Okay, because truthfully, you might run that subreddit. You might be able to have rank. You might be able to get stuff pulled down. You might be able to do a lot. But guess what you can't do? You can't control other people. That's what you can't do. So when you're trying to tell other people what to do, a lot of people feel rebellious. These young kids nowadays don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear, hey guys, it's very toxic the way you guys are hurling insults. You need to either do this or be a part. You know what they're saying? I spent my money on this game. I had a choice of games for Christmas. My mom said, you got a choice of 2 games. And one of the games I picked was Battlefield, which cost way more than the other game. So my mom screwed me and got me some other crappy game. And now I'm stuck here with a buggy mess while I'm watching all my other friends play good games. That's the way they feel. You can't be mad at the way someone feels. They feel that way, they feel that way. All you can say is, man, I hate that you feel that way. Hopefully I can change the way you feel in the future. How easy is that? I understand they calling you all out your name. They saying everything, calling you everything but a child of God. Guess what you do? I understand you feel the way you feel. Hopefully we can change something within the game and you can feel differently in the future. Like, you see how easy that is? How do you get on here and say it's an understatement when we say that this subreddit has grown incredibly toxic? It's an understatement. They know that. They're pissed. That's why it's toxic. They're pissed. I can tell you, when they're pissed like this, you're right. It is very toxic. It's hard to turn them around. But what you do, and this is what you can do for all developers in the future, you can push out an update. And if you're not going to push out an update, you need to let them know what your plans are for the future update. If you cannot include those things in the update, when you release the update, don't put them in a change log and put still to come. At least people know you're actively working. Even if you throw these small updates that give improvements to the most important things, that should be good. What I'm hearing is that a lot of people have been complaining about things for a long time. They still haven't gotten fixed. So Battlefield 2042, DICE, get your shit together, because these people are going to remain toxic. They're not going to stop. And when you tell someone to stop being toxic, especially on a subreddit, you just open a door to get your ass flamed with 2 times more toxicity. So kudos to you. You're done. Like, they're roasting your ass right now as I speak. Like, I can see it right now. So we're not even going to continue on that. So let's move on. Bam! Oh, now this one kind of hurt my heart, man. I'm gonna be honest. This hurt my heart. Hurt my heart really bad because I'm one of those that I really feel for the game industry as a whole. I can tell you guys, I'm one that has read multiple books on the game industry. As a kid, I wanted to grow up and be a game developer. As many kids do. You play games, you say, I want to develop video games. Now, I did get older when I was going into college. I instantly knew I did not want to be a game developer. Like, I knew. I went into networking. I'm certified. I have a degree. Okay, I'm a computer networking engineer. I'm certified. So I have that under my belt. I can forever go somewhere and do networking jobs. And I also can still come on here and do the podcast all the time. For game companies in China, it's not so good. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. They right now have a freeze going on. And I'm going to get to the specifics because there is specific information that needs to be mentioned. But they're having a freeze on all games being pushed out. So you know what that means? This freeze has been going on for a while, I believe, since the big push of them trying to stop kids from playing games so much. For those who don't know, China, and if anybody's from China in here or know about China, please chime in. Okay, I'm not the China expert, but from what I know of the history of China, very competitive with the United States of America, and typically when they feel it's an area of improvement that they can make to take their entire all the people in China and make them better years from now, they will make a government change to make that happen very quickly like that. And video games is one of them. They even talked about implementing cameras into systems so they could actually see the kid trying to log in. Okay, oh, that's a kid. You can't play. So they have been just on it. They put a freeze on games, and now there's over 14,000 game companies damn near about to go under. That's crazy. And I'm going to tell you why it's crazy. It's crazy because game companies, there's so many of them. And they, a game company can be one person. Okay, literally, you can be one person developing a game, and you can go ahead and have your LLC and everything. You're good. You are a company. You're a game company. But when you work so hard on making games, you spend time on developing, you put your heart and soul into something, and you look for the fruits of your labor. You look for that flower to start growing, to flourish, and it doesn't. It hurts. It sucks. It puts a dampen in all your plans, and you might even consider what you're doing for a life and, might change it. These 14,000 game companies that are about to go under are dealing with that simply because of rule change in China. I don't see the United States of America. We've had a lot of different, I would say political issues when it came to video games way back from, where Beavis and Butthead was even coming into video games. They talked about the things done, Mortal Kombat, the violence, Grand Theft Auto, Manhunt. I can go on and on about the different video games that probably was mentioned in a court hearing. Yes, mentioned in a court hearing. That is no joke. But China is serious. They're not playing. Like, China literally has officially said, we're shutting it down, a freeze, no games coming out. So there's not a big market. Just understand how big the market for China is. It's a huge market for games. There's a lot of companies that when they actually get their, product into China, the sales go crazy. It's a huge market. You know how many people there? A lot of people want to break into that industry of China. And guess what? 14,000 game companies right now are not going to be able to do so. So we are going to go ahead and talk about it. I'm going to pull up the article. Let's jump into it. And we're almost through the subject, so I'm going to kind of run through these pretty quickly. I don't want to go too quick, but I'm going to run through them pretty quick. And then if anybody calls in, we'll take calls. We'll do all that shit. You know how we do. But around 14,000 Chinese game studios shut down due to licensing freeze. Damn. Small game companies keep going out of business and larger studios suffer losses as China freeze on gaming approvals continue. China's licensing freeze extended to 2022. Nearly 14,000 development studios in the country have closed their operations since a freeze on video games approval was issued. The slowdown in gaming approval started in the middle of 2021 and still going. Normally, the National Press and Publication Administration approves around 80 to 100 games a month. A month. Do you hear that? 80 to 100 games a month, and they have not released any games since the middle of 2021. So if you're saying we're talking, oh my gosh, well over 600 games. Let's just say well over 600 games. All right. So, however, a South China Morning Post reports a list of approved new video game titles hasn't been released since the end of July. As a consequence, 14,000 small studios and gaming-related firms have been shut down. The figure comes from a report by a state-run newspaper, Securities Daily, that uses data from Tianyancha. I just stopped trying. A business registry tracking firm. It also provides the 18,000 figure, the number of companies that were shut down in 2020. And y'all see Tencent. Oh, Tencent. Tencent is everywhere, man. While small studios and video game connection companies keep going out of business, the largest firms also suffer losses. ByteDance, which is the owner of TikTok, Baidu, the major internet technology company in China, and Tanwan Games take their toll by laying off their employees in the video game segment. In comparison, leaders as Tencent and NetEase keep investing in overseas markets in order to balance the regulatory issues in China. For instance, Tencent acquired several Western studios. Tencent acquires everything. Tencent acquired several Western studios last year, including Sumo Digital and Turtle Rock, as well as stakes in some other firms like Clay Entertainment, or Clay Entertainment, not sure, Spec Ops The Line, Studio Jaeger, and UK Studio Platonic. Okay. Find more information about the China freeze gaming market here. Don't forget, join the Reddit, yada, yada, yada. Okay. So, for everyone that is, interested in the China market, the China players, there's also like Fortnite. There's a lot of Chinese players that were very big on that. I play Clash Royale, big in the China market. A lot of different games that were huge in the China market. I think League of Legends was another one that had these huge fan bases of players who are the go-to, the GOATs, the Gokus of everything. And they can't even join in all this. Feel bad, man. So nonetheless, we'll go ahead and we're going to move on. But I do want to say shout out to everybody who is dealing with the struggle. If you're from China and you're trying to produce a game, if you can hold out, just hold on to your project. I wouldn't even continue working if you're able to hold off and maybe just have another job or something till things pick back up, and then you can put things out there. I would do so. If you can continue working on the game, that's good, but I don't want people to get crazy. You'll continue working on the game. You'll drive yourself crazy if, let's say, a year, 2 years from now, then China says, oh, we're going to put a freeze on it for 5 years. And where does that leave you for games, the market, money, things like that? I don't think they'll do that, to be honest, but you never know. So shout out to everybody out there in China, especially those developers out there. I hope things get better for you. All right. So, this is what I love. I love these. I love anything. People don't know, but I'm one of those dudes that I love watching movies like Scarface. You know what I mean? The Godfather. Those are great movies, man. Heat, Casino. Oh, man, those good mafia movies. I even watched the ghetto ones. You know what I mean? I love watching those too. What was it? I'm About It. You know what I mean? State Property. Okay, Boys in the Hood, Menace to Society. Okay, I'm talking about all of them. I love anything that has to deal with organized-ish. Okay? Well, guess what? These guys were smart. 40 people have been arrested for alleged Twitch money laundering scheme. Dang. 40 people. That's a lot of people. Okay, 40 people. So we're going to get into the article, but what I want to say first, just kind of give my rant about it, and then we'll get into the article. 40 people were arrested in a Twitch money laundering scheme, and I know we covered this a while back. There was a topic where we spoke about Twitch being hacked, and from that hack, there was a lot of different information taken from accounts. People were logging into these accounts, using them to launder money with other popular Turkish streamers. Now, they were Turkish streamers at the time. It wasn't any other streamers. These Turkish streamers were actually, I think, banned. There were also different consequences they had to face for that. But it was only Turkish streamers at the time. Well, that ain't the case. What do you know? More than just Turkish streamers, which we always know. It's other hands in the pie. Y'all know how it goes. It's always somebody want a piece of it. So what do you think? Yes, it was a total of 40 people arrested in this Twitch money laundering scheme. And you probably think, hey, I would never get caught up in something that big, man. Federal, it's making a front page news. Oh, no, man, I would never get caught in that. Well, guess what? It's easy. You could have been caught just like anyone else. Because if you're a streamer on Twitch, this is all that happens. You're streaming one day, all of a sudden someone sends you a message, say, hey, I want to send you, a certain amount of bits, but if I send you this, can you send me this amount back? And you go, oh yeah, hell yeah, because you already know, hey, they're not going to send me anything. Okay, they're not going to send me any bits. They send you the bits. You go, oh snap, man, he sent the bits. Well, you know what? Since he sent it to me, it's not mine anyway. Let me go ahead and send him back the amount he said, and I'll keep the rest he told me to keep. You do that, and he says, hey, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. I'll tune in next time. Okay, goes by. The next day, you start streaming again. This guy shows up and said, this time, he says, I'm going to give you $1,000 worth of bits. And you like, oh, how many bits you going to give me? Oh, holy crap. Hell yeah. I'm doing it now. And that's what happens. And guess what? This is what they did. They all wind up paying for this. 40 people arrested in alleged Twitch money laundering scheme. Let's go ahead and pull it up. The illicit racket is said to have totaled $9.8 million. Damn, that's a lot of money, man. On Tuesday, Turkish police in 11 different provinces took 40 suspects. Okay, never mind. It seems like Turkish police are all over it. It's all Turkish, okay? Maybe it's just all Turkish. But took 40 suspects into custody for an alleged money laundering scam perpetrated using the Twitch streaming platform. According to Demirion news agency, the suspects are accused of using stolen credit cards to buy bits, which these stolen credit cards, a lot of this information people said were stolen from Twitch in that big hack, okay? Which are essentially the platform's virtual currency. Those bits were then allegedly sent to streamers who then paid the scammers real money through a 70 to 80% refund. So they sent, let's say $100, they gave them $80, they kept 20. To the 1,000, they sent them $800, they kept 200, and so on. So if the scammers bought 1,000 bits for $10, this could be a way for them to make 7 or 8 from a stolen credit card, and streamers to pick up the difference. Compound more stolen credit cards and much higher dollar amounts, and you end up with a scam that totaled an estimated $9.8 million and appears to be a long-running operation with an email paper trail going back 2 years. How? 2 years. They've been doing it for 2 years. So you've been watched a long time, a paper trail going back 2 years. The arrests were the results of a fraud investigation by the chief prosecutor's office. Out of the 40 people placed in police custody, some suspects are reportedly minors. Damn. Which is messed up because if they're minors, they have a channel, and technically, I believe the money was supposed to go to the parents, but the parents are now being held responsible for the minor, but the parents might not have any idea what the minor's doing. So, they're probably not going to face as tough consequences as the others, okay? Now, Daily Sabah covered the suspected scam in November 2021 after a thread titled Thief KO Streamers appeared on a well-known Turkish forum, frmtr.com. The thread alleged that some smaller streamers with only 40 to 50 viewers were making significant amounts of money. However, it was only forum threads that were sounding the alarm. Damn, I went ahead. Now, this is what I was talking about just a moment ago. We did cover that. In late October, Ahmed Ceren Sonik announced in a tweet that he had documents proving the money laundering allegations, and he's one of Turkey's most famous streamers with 1.7 million subscribers. Damn. He proved it. So he proved it and shown it to 1.7 million subscribers. Put the whole show on blast, and I'm sure that's what shut down the show at that moment. Now, some streamers have admitted to participating in the ruse, or at least they got wrapped up in the whole mess. But to what extent did they know about the alleged scam? Were they on it? This will be up to the Turkish authorities to probe and, if necessary, prove. Bam. Okay. And there's nothing more than that. All these guys, I'm sure, were in on it in some way, shape, form, or fashion. It's just how much, and that will determine the punishment. For instance, if you're a minor and, let's say you were completely out the loop and someone told you, hey, I'm going to hire you for this job. And you go, okay, yes, I'll work this job. And next thing you know, you start doing all these things for these people thinking that you're working a job. Well, technically, if you have all the, emails and text messages and the exchanges that you had showing that you thought that this was actually a job, that you had no idea this was going on, then I don't see any charges. You were unknowingly doing it. So I don't see anything happening. And that could be the case, or it could be they were straight up telling them, yo, you're laundering money. And these people were saying, yeah, and doing it. So nonetheless, If you are doing any type of money laundering on Twitch, if you're using stolen credit cards and laundering it for bits, or you're doing things like that, just know Twitch is watching this. They are catching people, and authorities are being called. So please be careful. All right. So now let's move on to last but not least. Okay, and this one's not a big one for me, but a big one for some people. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put this in the chat early so I can have it there. Okay, here we go. Come on, chat. There we go. All right, my bad. Bam. There we go. It should pop up in the chat. Let's see. I got to go back to Restream chat. My bad. I ain't on it. There we go. It popped up. Okay, it popped up. It show is good. Okay, so let me see. PK, what you say there? Hey, Nick. Okay, I got to read this. Lost my voice a few days ago. If you're doing a call in, I would be happy to chat over Discord if you would be able to show your screen or read the chat log. Yo, PK, I can't do chats on a podcast, man. You know how we do. We PK, we'll get it. Wait till your voice get good, man. You're going to be here. I'm going to have you in for many of these, man. Okay, many of these. I'm going to just put that there. If somebody is available, they can jump in. But other than that, man, it's cool. We get PK. I got you. Okay, I got you. I got the video game debate show. We got a whole bunch of stuff that's coming, PK. I got you, okay? But I want to talk right now about Steam and its concurrent user record that it has broke again. Have to drop a bomb for it first. That's the first thing we need to do for Steam. I don't know if people know, but Steam has been killing it this year. And not only have they been killing it, they've been killing it to the point where they're breaking records. And it comes at a time where the announcement was just made last year in 2021 for a Steam Deck. You would think, damn, this is the perfect time, man. Hey, Steam Deck, Steam's having so many users. This is going to be successful. Now, I'm one of those guys that is, I'm very pessimistic when it comes to the Steam Deck. I do not think it's going to be a success. The only way I believe if it's going to be a success is if it's a piracy machine. I'm going to be honest. It has to be a piracy machine. And even at that point, there are alternative like handhelds right now that have Windows 10 installed on them that work great. There's also phones that you can take and attach remotes to them. And there's so much that you can do as alternatives, and you can install Steam on that. The only difference is you won't have the integration with all the Steam, like leaderboards and games, things like that. But besides that, everything else is integrated. Okay, like I don't see how Steam Deck could win. Retail market, you put yourself against a Nintendo Switch, you will lose. There is no other handheld going to compete with the Nintendo Switch. That is what I'm going to say to the end of time. It's because of the retail aspect of things. It's not because I think the Nintendo Switch is just that much better than the Steam Deck. I would rather have a Steam Deck if it's just a piracy machine and I can connect and get all my Steam games and download whatever. Oh yeah, I'm sure that would be great. Yes, but the Nintendo Switch, when you talk about retail, I just see me walking in the store and that side being much more appealing than a Steam Deck side, unless Steam Deck gets exclusives. You have to get exclusives. You got to start putting poster boards up. Maybe you got to get some celebrities poster boards. You got to get something to make that side stick out. But when you walk into that retail area and you see that red and you see that big Mario and you see all that stuff, and then the games that people are familiar with that we know from years to come that are already popular games through the console market that most kids are probably going to be familiar with consoles first. So now we're talking about exiled all the kids. We're going straight to teenagers and adults. So you lose a part of your market there. Teenagers, they got a choice. Maybe they go with the Steam Deck, maybe they don't, but you X'd out a market right there. So nonetheless, that's me saying that. But I want to give Steam Deck its props, Steam its props for breaking the record not once, but twice. I want to say within a week. So we're going to go ahead and pull up the specifics on this because I don't want to be running my mouth without doing the due diligence, okay? Steam has broken its own concurrent user record once again, which is 28,230,853 were simultaneously online earlier today. Simultaneously. That's big. All at the same time. That's a big deal, okay? So, it's the latest in a long line of record-breaking stats for Valve, which first saw the number of concurrent users climb at the start of the pandemic, The all-time peak now sits at the current number we read a moment ago, 28 million. Concurrent users saw strong growth in 2020 due to the impact of COVID-19. Everybody staying home, playing on their PCs, gaming. But it's clear that growth also continued in 2021. And I just want to say, for me, myself, I started playing Steam games in 2021. I did play a couple before, but I mean, really start playing them in 2021. I've actually played more Steam games this year last year than I ever played in my entire life. Probably added together, to be honest. So that's just to show you how things are turning for people getting on Steam and playing on Steam during the pandemic. All right. So Steam hit 28 million concurrent users today. Concurrent users saw strong growth in 2020 due to COVID-19. Peaks reached each January. 17.6, 18.3, 25.4, 28.2. If you don't think games is making money and Steam ain't killing it right now, then you have not been paying attention. As for the games that are keeping us busy on PC, right now, CSGO, Dota 2, PUBG Battlegrounds, Apex Legend are our most played games according to Steam DB. Damn. Yo, Steam, I just want to say this for me, myself, to Steam. Steam, kudos to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Kudos to you. Y'all killing it. You got more people playing these games, especially having the concurrent users. It's amazing. I hope that you can take this and it can transition into Steam Deck. I really hope so, because I want the Steam Deck to be successful. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer and be down in it, but to have Steam with so many users and to also have the Steam Deck be successful, you're talking about people like myself who typically would not play a Steam game if it wasn't at my PC. I now am going to play it portable. I am, just for the simple fact that I have a machine that's portable versus me having to install it or get another handheld specifically for that purpose and everything like that. So nonetheless, 28 million users, big deal for Steam. I want to say shout out to you, kudos to you. I don't think anyone else is going to be anything like that. So shout out to you. So anyways, we're going to start pulling in and taking some calls, and then we'll go ahead and move on. So first, I'm gonna do first come first serve. My man, Dead Specimen, what is up with you, my dude? Now you're talking. I don't hear audio. So I don't know if it's me. I don't know.
I forgot to click the mic button. That's
okay. Good. Hey, my stuff's been messing up for so long. Dead Specimen. I wouldn't even thought it was you. I just knew it was me, but. Glad to hear that finally it wasn't on my end. How you doing?
I'm all right. I laid a bottle down on my bed without closing the fucking cap properly. I'm so smart. I'm very happy right
don't
now.
We hate that? And the way beds are, it's like you go, hey, if I sit on this edge, that part's not gonna move, and it does every time. You know what I mean? It's just the way it works. So, a couple things I want to talk to you about, man. We got so much, and then I also know G.I. Joe. I got to get Joe on. But I want to start with the Nintendo news, man. Let's just go ahead and talk about it, man. This is like big news. So, with this happening, I'm going to ask a couple questions to you. Who do you think this is the biggest FU to? Do you think this is like the biggest FU to Nintendo? Do you think Nintendo is right now so pissed right now? Or do you think there's other people that might be pissed? Like, who do you think this is the biggest FU to? Let me ask that.
This is the biggest FU to Team Executor.
Now, explain yourself. Why is it the biggest FU to TX?
Look, okay. You could already buy HW flies that worked with the OLED just fine, or with any other Switch. You could already do that. Nintendo was already getting fucked in the ass. That was going to happen regardless. China, what does China care? They're selling their shit regardless. You already bought their chip, and the fact that you bought the wrong one, look, worst case scenario, you might have found a way to return it or something, or you're going to sell it to someone who wants it, and you're probably not going to bother. You're going to get the money back anyways. So someone who already wanted it, they're going to get it, and then you get the one you need. So it's not like they're necessarily making a profit that they wouldn't have already made. Team Executor, on the other hand, the way that this plays out for them now is that effectively there's no use for them, period. Is it a bitch to reflash these? Yes. But theoretically, if you have the know-how, because keep in mind this reflashing process to an extent doesn't matter if you're on anything other than a OLED. If you're on an OLED, it matters, but if you're not on an OLED, it doesn't matter. So if you have the know-how to install one of these chips into an OLED, chances are you have the know-how to perform this reflash process. It's a bitch of a process. I checked it out, but theoretically, if you know how to to solder in the chip, you can do the reflash, and therefore you can give a big fuck you to Team Executor by saying, not only can we buy chips from third-party manufacturers, we can flash now updates to the third-party software, so we don't even need to keep giving money to them. We don't need to get your chip to get that special, that special chip that you can reflash. We can reflash them all. We have this board now that has perfect pinouts to put into a system, and we can reflash it for life.
And I will say, well said, because you're right. Team Executor, when releasing these chips, they were holding on to it, man. They were holding on. Now, when we see this, man, you're right. They're
I'm of the mind that assuming you don't care about SXOS itself, you had one reason to buy an original SX Core or SX Lite. And that is for reflashing, because you could get that spacecraft V2, or you could, if, say, someone made a different bootloader that was, like, let's say, a reverse engineer of the SX bootloader. Do you really want to keep using SX? Well, here's this bootloader we made. It's open source. It's got the DRM needed to run it. And it's also got some shit baked into it, I don't know, to auto crack it or whatever. You could have a third bootloader that does that. You could have bootloaders that do different shit. You could have some weird bootloader that has the payload built into it. You don't even need the payload on your SD card for whatever reason. I could see more bootloaders being developed for these chips, and so what was, and also just simply you bricked it, and you can reflash it. So that was one nice thing about actually having a genuine chip, was the ease of reflashability. It's not easy, but at least you can do it now in the clones.
So, couple things. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the OLEDs and the chip. One thing I heard was with the SD card, people running into bricks based on how they handle it. Based if they left the SD card in,
yes,
if they had it out. Can you fill us in on that, just for anyone that may be listening?
So, okay, so I'm not too familiar with this. I am going to pull up. I know the message you're talking about. Let me pull up the server that was
Yeah, because
posted in.
it's something similar to.
Okay.
If you shut off the excuse me, I'm about to say PC. If you shut off the Nintendo Switch, you want to shut it off in Hakate.
So here's what I've got. So I actually vaguely remember a while ago, I think Hekate got an update to it that had mentioned fixing this problem with the what do you call it? The rail issues.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, the SX Core and both the SX Core bootloader and the spacecraft bootloader have a payload that loads, and it checks one of two things: is there a boot.dat, or if it's spacecraft, is there a payload.bin, or is there not? If there is, it immediately goes. It doesn't even think about it. It just immediately goes to that payload. That payload takes over. If it doesn't exist, it loads itself. So in the case of spacecraft, whatever payload it has built in. In the case of SX, it's the SX loader, and it basically runs of itself. What is it running? Well, it's the famed boot.dat screen. It's the famed no SD screen. That's its own payload. That has to run on itself. And from what I've been able to get from this, that payload, that spacecraft payload specifically, the problem with it was that Hecate, and I guess presumably Atmosphere, although that might not matter because that Atmosphere might hand that over to Horizon anyways. Basically, that all got updated. That got updated to support the OLED. The spacecraft one didn't get updated until spacecraft 2.0. So that payload could never be updated. So I think presumably you could update your spacecraft to version 2.0, but if you run an older version of Hecate, you might get the same issue. That's what I'm getting from this. So it has nothing to do with the chip itself. It doesn't even technically have anything to do with spacecraft. What it has to do with is booting your console up and running that outdated payload. So and Alchemy, if you're here, anyone who's here who knows more, please correct me if I'm wrong. I do not want to be spreading misinformation. This is my interpretation of it. Don't take this as legal advice. Update your fucking chip if you can, I beg of you. Or buy a new chip if you can't. Please, don't take this as legal advice, I beg of you. But from what this is telling me, what you should be worried about is running outdated payloads. If you have Spacecraft V1, never let the no SD payload show up. Do whatever you can to keep your Switch on. If for some reason you can't update it, you can't change your chip out, never let that no SD show up. If it never shows up, from what I'm understanding, if you're using updated payloads, you're fine. That's what I'm getting from this. And this is coming from
no SD. So let me ask you, the no SD. If you have it, let's say you take your SD card out, you start up your OLED. Do I have a brick? What happens?
According to, let me double check. I'm gonna say yes. Now, apparently, from what I've heard, this is an overtime thing. I've also heard that allegedly it's instant. As soon as it happens, it's gone. Now that does confuse me because I feel like this would have been more widespread a long time ago, which it was. I mean, people have been talking about this for a while, but I feel like it would have been huge. Like, do not fucking do this if it's Spacecraft V1. I feel like that would have been stressed a lot harder. But I guess it depends. Sometimes it could be instant, sometimes it's over time. That's the best I can tell you. I really don't know though.
Okay. So you got three choices. OG, version 2, Switch Lite, OLED. Any one of them you can have modded. What do you think is the preferable choice for someone just stepping in the game?
Oh man, it's all the way over there. But you gotta go OG.
Yeah.
Just go OG. And here's the thing. These OLED mod chips have stepped away from the SX design. There is now FPGA code that has been reverse engineered. It's circulated through China now. That's all good. Spacecraft has already been stolen, and I found out that even if it's better for the homebrew community, just Cabela's is not happy about it. I don't blame him. He's perfectly correct in that they didn't, they fucked the GPL on that, and fuck China for doing it. Now, China's China. They're going to do that. I can't really bitch at them as much as I did Team Executor. They put themselves out as a brand name, and that's why a lot of my hatred was all of the stolen code and whatever. That's why that annoyed me. China's China. Fucking, they'll do whatever they want there, so it's whatever. It's no use bitching about them. But they have basically, someone produced something and now that's all shared. Spacecraft is now all shared. And with these really new OLED mod chips, I don't know if you showed any of them, but there's these new, very new OLED specific mod chips. They use a new design and presumably a cheaper design, because what they were doing with the cores, they had to get those special connectors, and I was told they're cheap to get, but the design was very special designed. With these new ones, it's just a board. It's just a board with solder pads on them now and a couple cables. That's a huge oversimplification, but the point is they're a lot cheaper now. You were having to pay upwards of like what, 200, 150 to get the HW fly cores. You're paying about 100 now for these OLED specific ones, which is still, what is that, like 60% markup from the original price of the cores? But it's better than nothing. It's better, and at this point, you're paying 100, so you're paying $350 for an OLED and $100, so that's $450 to get the chip too, not even including all the soldering equipment. Even for the OLED or the V2, you're having to pay $150 to $200 for an HW Fly Lite or core. So even if you get the light, you're not getting that much savings. Just get an OG. Put a trinket in it if you really want to, or just keep it charged up, hit it with an Android payload every once in a while when it dies, and you're good.
Bam. Now, that specimen, as always, we could be at this all day. I know I got my man Joe I'm gonna bring on, but I want to say, any last words you gotta say, anything, because you always have some good information, or you have something. The floor is yours. Anything you gotta say for you out.
All right, I got two quick things. Number one, any of my Wii U owners out there. Number one, get rid of Cold Boot Hackgy. You don't need it anymore. There's a new exploit that just recently got released. You can now inject it into your health and safety app. Now, that means a lot of things. Number one, Hackgy is free now. It is completely free. You just do it in your health and safety app. And number two, you can cold boot that. Cold booting that without having an app tied to any account or an app you can delete means no brick risk. Were you scared of installing Cold Boot Hackgy because you were worried it was going to brick? This can't. Tiramisu, WiiU.guide, and it'll take you right to it. You can uninstall Cold Boot Hackgy, install this new shit. Works fucking great. Works the quick start menu. All right, got that out of the way. Finally, I'm just going to reiterate this once again. Seriously, I cannot stress this enough. I beg of you, update to Spacecraft 2.0. Please, God. Please. I'm serious, okay? If you really know what you're doing, if you really are risking having your $350 system get fried, by all means stay on version 1.0. You'll might be okay if you don't let no SD card show. But as soon as that shows, if you ever see it, and if it shows up for a half a second, turn it off and expect it to die again and expect it to die in a week. But you know what, man? Yeah, just please, God, just update. I beg of you.
Oh man, you know what? I think that was the best advice. Hands down, everyone needs the update. My man, Dead Specimen. Oh my goodness, we got so much. Like you told me about the news with it, so there's so much to talk about. We still learning, so we'll get back to it. But my man, Dead Specimen, I'm gonna holler at you, my dude.
See ya
later. Now, I had to bring on the hardest working man who I know you've been spending so much time at the restaurant, man. I understand. I can't blame you. My man, G.I. Joe, what's going on?
What's going on, Nick? How you been?
Man, I've been good, man. It's good to see you. It seems like, are you working right now?
What? Yeah, I'm taking a break for NickMoses05. The kitchen can wait. Kitchen can wait because you know what? Sunday was unfortunately not working with your computer and everything. So I'm like, when I got that notification, Nick Moses is on. I'm like, okay, we're gonna stop. We're gonna take a little break for a minute.
Yo, my man, and just so you know, man, my wife is on me even more than I am talking about coming to the restaurant. She's like, "Well, you said January or February." I'm like, "Okay, we'll get it." January, February, man. That's what we're aiming for. Okay, so this month, next month. Yeah, we plan on taking that trip, man. And while we're out there, I'll be like, oh, we can come through. But anyway, okay, so Joe, these HW Fly clones that we've been hearing about. Everybody's talking about HW Fly clones. We can now flash to them. Do you think this is a big deal, or is it just
It was just a matter of time. They just need to work out the bugs. And like what Dead Specimen was saying, shout out to you, buddy. He's very true. What he's saying, if you're using older payloads with newer firmwares or vice versa, you're going to wind up getting a soft brick, or you're going to put or get a kernel panic. Same thing in the PlayStation. You can't use newer hacking methods with older payloads because it doesn't work. It's like putting a key in in a wrong hole. Well, the door won't unlock, but the key fits. Well, you're using the wrong key. That's basically what it is. I've seen that in the private chat rooms that I have set up. I have version 1, version 2, and OLED chat room set up on Facebook, and I've seen that no SD card. I'm not following anything anymore because I don't have the time for it, but I've been seeing that. They get the no SD screen. The switch would have a really hard time turning back on. I've told people, turn it back on and let the switch sit for 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes, and eventually it would fix itself. It seems like it's having a problem with the reading and writing the information from the SD when that happens, but that blue light on the back won't do anything. It's just, nothing happens. You got to give it 10, 15 minutes. I've told that to some people, it's fixed it. Some other people, it hasn't. So I guess it's like a hit or miss in the dark. It's crazy.
No, that is crazy. And that's exactly what I've been hearing. It's just kind of been sporadic, different things. I hear about it, but they know if they see that, it's danger. Okay, yep. I shouldn't be seeing it. So let me ask Joe, with updating, you're one that you get everybody who said, oh, I accidentally updated, or I didn't update, or I should go to here, or I should go to this. One thing that Dead Specimen mentioning is updating spacecraft. Some people don't update. Joe, as we know, because you think, hey, I download the latest update. Now something doesn't work. Do you think in the modding scene or the homebrew scene, for everybody watching, is it best to update when an update comes out? Is it best to hold off? Or do you think everyone should be going to the change log to read about these updates?
Well, first things first, definitely go to the change log and read it if you don't understand it because it's way too technical. Let's say you're on version 1. We're going to make it easy. Version 1, but version 2 came out. If you're not sure to update, wait a couple of days and see what the community says. The community might say, don't update to version 2. We're now making version 3. Then you just go from 1 to 3. You avoid that problem of having a problem. But if everyone's saying, hey, it's working great, go ahead and update. Just go ahead and update. Don't stay on the older hacks because it's not worth it. Back in the day, that's what I was doing. Stayed on a lower firmware and just updated the EmuNAND. That's the way to do it. My two OG switches, that system NAND's on 5.1 and the other one's on 11.1.1. You got to have backups and you got to back up everything. First thing I tell everybody, doesn't matter if it's a switch or whatever the hell it is, back up that NAND, back up that, everything, back up the brains. Without that NAND backup, you're fucked. But definitely update your shit, especially Atmosphere. Atmosphere is extremely buggy. SXOS is holding it down. When we're dead and tumbleweeds are going everywhere, SXOS is still running.
Yeah, you know what, man? I'm with you. It's just that.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Team Executor, them chips would have never been developed, and we know that.
You're right. If it wasn't for Team Executor, we wouldn't be seeing those chips. And who knows? We might not ever see them. We don't know. You know what I mean? Team Executor was first, and we do got to give props to them. Now, these chips coming out. Joe, let me ask you, if you were new to the game, and let's say you didn't have the option of getting one of the OG Nintendo Switches, what would you recommend for someone if they say, should I get a Lite, a version 2, or an OLED? What do you think they should go? And with them getting a mod chip for it, which one do you think would be best?
I would tell them go for the version 2 patched because the Lite has a lot of problems with it from what I've been reading when people have been telling me privately, and the OLED's still way too new. But, I would say go old school. Get a version 1, unpatched system. It's worth the extra money because there's never any problems. And you can do so much more. I'm not sure. I can't confirm this. Somebody told me that you can't be using Android or Linux on the chip systems. I don't know if that's true or not, so don't take me with that information, but that's what I've heard. That it doesn't work because it has to do with the kernel or something. I don't fucking know.
I heard that as well, and I think it's like at the beginning during the startup process, it has to be pushed to it, and for some reason it can't be pushed to it, so you can't use, Linux or Android. I do remember hearing that too, and I'm not sure. Like I mentioned, I haven't been actually involved with my chip switch and messing with it, so I can't tell. So
yeah, definitely the version 1 unpatched switch is the best way to go. I mean, you can do so much with it, and big deal. The screen's better than the OLED. Who cares? If you're a dock user and you're playing it on the TV, just go for that. You're not going to see a difference. It's just recycled technology with some new shit in it to get you to buy the new Switch. Then they'll come up with another Switch. Oh, look, we promise even more Joy-Con drift. Buy this Switch. I'm telling you, I was so excited when that new Switch came out because I thought it was a Switch 2. I'm waiting by GameStop, got there an hour early. I'm like, no one knows about this. I asked the guy, oh, no, we don't have it. As soon as the news dropped, I posted it on NickMoses05 Facebook. It's just a reboot Switch with a new fucking screen in it.
Yo, I remember that moment too, because I remember everyone talking about the hype, and then they announce it and they show it, and everybody was so pissed. They were like, "Oh, you hype!" And I don't know if it was just some random blogger or something, but the rumors that they were spitting out about the system were like, "Man, this is gonna be the best thing." And then it comes out, and you're right.
Here's the deal: nobody wants it. I see in the Facebook groups, in the private rooms, and also on the hacking forums, Walmart's filled with them. Everybody has them. Still can't get a PS5 and an Xbox. It's been over a year now. Nobody wants to switch OLED. Version 1 unpatched all the way.
Preach. Now, let me ask Joe, GameStop. They're jumping into this NFT whole crypto business. Joe, do you think this crypto NFT thing is going to go somewhere? We get so many fads that come and go. People throw their money off. Is this another one of those? Are we going to see NFTs, flourish? Or what do you think about these?
I think it's going to crash and burn. That's what I think. I think it's going to go up really high and it's just going to just fizzle out. Because here's the deal. If GameStop has to start doing NFTs and stuff, they're not making money selling games because everything's being digital. Everyone's lazy. They're not like me and you that have to have the disc. They want all digital shit. But, little Timmy wants all digital. He's got the 10 terabyte internet connection. You don't care.
No, that's so true, man, because I can tell you right now, my daughter, let's say, or my son, they don't care about no damn disc. They don't care if they have a physical disc. He's like, do I have access to the game? Because in their day and age, as you think about us, we come from a time where there is no internet. Or someone picks up the phone, internet drops out. We deal with all these things, and they deal with 24/7 access to the internet from the moment they walk into the home, and if they have a cell phone, from when they walk out the home.
You know what I think? I think the next generation of systems, like let's say the PS6 and the Xbox Z 1A75, because you know how Microsoft is make things complicated for everybody. I think it's going to be all digital. I don't think there's going to be no more discs. That's what I think.
And
GameStop will go out of business.
I can agree with you on that. I will not doubt that. I don't even know if they benefit now from physical media, because now you think about it. Well, I would say they benefit, but just think of how much more profit you would make selling the product digitally. You now don't have to make.
If it's all digital, they should charge us a cheaper price because they're no longer making the cases, making the discs, making the cover. Hell, we have to spend extra money to get a fucking instruction manual in the game. That's the collector's edition. No, that's called selling the product. Because back in the day, Sega, Genesis, Nintendo, you got the fucking instruction manual. If you were a good boy, it was even in color with even notes in the back. You could even put down your cheat codes.
Yeah,
them days are gone. They're all gone. Them days are gone.
Yeah, and you are preaching right now. A lot of people underestimate that. And I know we might be the old asses still talking about it, but there was a time when you bought your game and you opened it up and you always had an instruction manual and the game. And you're right, instruction manual not only gave you detailed information about the game, had combos, gave you a background story, everything you could ask for. And it also, you're right, at the back of it, it had a note section because a lot of these games had passwords then, or you had certain combos that you had to do, or it's just so much. And now when they release a game, you get it. It's no instruction manual, just 2 pages of, hey, here's your game. Oh, by the way, here's a code for your digital item.
Oh, by the way, the game is broken. We forgot to mention that to you.
Yeah, we totally forgot. The game's broken. We're not going to push an update until at least 2 months after the release. And hopefully it fixes your issues and we'll give you back $10.
You know what the deal is? How do we know this is not done deliberately? They make the game broken deliberately. Let's say they're just going to rush it. We don't care if it's broken or not. We're going to see if we get more people to buy the game, then we'll fix it. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors.
And you know what, Joe? I think that happens. I think it happens often. I think they get to the point where investors say, hey, we were told the game's going to be released this day. Is it coming out? I want to make a return on my investment. So developers are like, hey, well, it looks like we're not going to be able to make the time frame. Then you got the publisher saying, hey, we need this ready at this time. So the developer just goes, hey, do we have a functional version of the game? And they release it. And then if the game's, broken, Cyberpunk, Battlefield, they go back and they start trying to fix it with these different updates. But by that time, they get flamed to hell.
Can you imagine if this happened back, before the internet was really popular, like with the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox, the original one? It's like no one would be buying shit. The whole industry would have died.
Yeah, I agree. The whole industry would have died. And back then, I don't know how long they worked on titles, but I do remember the release of the original Halo. Okay, I remember that big Xbox, and it was like, oh, Halo, and the first time playing it and seeing the story. And that game, I don't know how long it took, but back then was a masterpiece. Okay, it was a masterpiece. Halo Infinite now, from what I'm hearing, a lot of people saying it's captured it. It's kind of a masterpiece again. Why is it that Halo can nail it with all the things? Now they've had the same thing. Campaign was missing, certain things that can be touched up, but they didn't fail like a Cyberpunk, a Battlefield, or
They
some of
really cared more back in the day. Now they don't care. It's like, oh, we got your money. Here's a broken game. Have a nice day. They don't care. Back then, it was really like art form, and they cared. Now they don't care anymore.
No, I'm with you on that. Now, Joe, one last thing before we're out. Steam concurrent users, they broke the record again. Do you see this helping the Steam Deck as far as being a successful device?
Hell no. It's going to be Nintendo. Nintendo has the floor forever. They killed Sega. They killed Sony. They don't care because little Jimmy doesn't know about the Steam Deck. He knows Mario, and Mario Kart sold more copies again compared to another game, and that game's been out forever for the Switch.
Yep.
I forget the numbers, but it was something crazy. They just sold another however many copies by a lot.
You're right. You're right. I think you nailed it right there. It's just not going to hold up. They have killed all the other handheld devices. We do not see them anymore. But Nintendo has consistently stayed in the handheld market and in retail. So it's not just like they're doing it online. They're doing it in the store. I agree with you. Now, Joe, my dog, my man, any last words before you're out?
Like and subscribe, NickMoses05, and catch us on Sundays, and make sure you check out the Facebook page.
Yo, my dog. I can't wait to check out the restaurant, man. I'm going to be catching you later. My dude,
VIP seat right there. VIP seat right there.
Yeah. Hey, I'm definitely going to sit right there, too. That's going to be my spot. I'm like, where my spot at? When I Yo, Joe, my dog. I'm going to holler at you, my dude.
All right, nice seeing you guys.
Later, man. Yo, my dog, as always. When I come there, Joe, man, I'm sitting in that seat. I want the best dish you got. I might just come in there on some straight YouTuber shit. Let me get the left side of the menu, please. The left side, not the right side. I don't even care what's on it. Give me everything. YouTuber shit. Bam! Okay. But anyways, guys, wonderful show. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I went over time as usual. I supposed to do 2 hours, but of course it always goes over. So, anyways, it's your boy, NickMoses05, MoFam.